Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Ultimate General Civil War with me, your host, Luckymarine. And in the last episode, we chose Luckymarine's second thing. And then we clicked off it and I said I wish that I wish that I'd moused over the third tier of stuff. Anyway, brought in Leroy, and we can choose his. So we'll mouse over the third tier of stuff that he can get. So in his aura, cover plus 10, melee plus 5, speed plus 10%, stamina plus 5, or command radius plus 20%, morale resistance plus 10%. Pretty cool. What we're going to do for this, a trainer. I do like passive for everybody, ammunition. However, we could have the second core as a training core. Or do we get a third core and use that as a training core? No, I think we're going to need 2 cores that are going to get used properly. So just use ammunition here. Then the third core we'll use as a training core, I think. But we're all the way down to no more money left. All these guys have got the old Springfield. So at least it's uniform across here. We've got, I think, Napoleons, and we had love houses left in the armory. So 15 of them will do. Efficiency is going to be pretty pants here, but it depends how the battle's going. If the battle's going well, then we'll use the second core and we'll get these trained up a little bit. If it's not going so well, then we can use our crack troops. And I check the rest of our money into supply. So, without further ado, gains mill. Defeat the enemy at the Battle of Shiloh. Federal armories send new weapons to the Western Theatre, minus 15% enemy weapons quality. Good. Good. And let's go. Gotta get a lot of men, gotta get a lot of money from this. Whew. So frontal attack will be first core, right flank will be the second core. Overwhelmed by tactical superiority, the Federal forces composing the Union right flank begin to withdraw to the south. After a few miles march, General Porter prepared a strong defence with line along Boatswain's Swamp in an effort to stop our advance. We must not lose this battle or else the Union will get the upper hand and reach the gates of Richmond. Okay. His force made up McClellan right flank has retreated through Gaines Mill. So they've come down from this. Oh, okay, you can see the defensive position here. Not only is it defensive position, but there's woods as well. Although the creek is quite small and there is woods on the other side of the creek. Portion of our army, yep, okay. Second goal will come down this direction. Coordinate attack from multiple directions and pass through the Union defences. How about we pass around the Union defences? Continue south and threaten the main Union army. The Yankees will surely reinforce the area with more troops coming from this direction, so act with caution. Right. Advise carefully to advance up to this ridge, clear the roads of enemy skirmishers, and maintain a defensive line until the rest of our reinforcements arrive. Well, we'll give it a go. Good luck. Yep. So he wants us to get up to this point and then maintain some kind of line. This is all crap down here. You don't be walking through this at all. This looks unacceptable. There's no way that one would be... Oh, I don't know. No. You don't want to be pressing yourself against prepared defences. Especially prepared defences that are the other side of a river. I mean, we just demonstrated in the last fight how horrific river crossings can be if you get it wrong. I think we safely cross the river where we're not going to come across much resistance. And then we force march around them. They're going to get support from down here somewhere. We press into this area. We roll this flank up on itself. And we occupy this line. This is... yeah, muddy terrain makes movement very slow and fighting ineffective. Yep. Plus we'd have to ford over here, and then we still wouldn't be done with the march. We'd still have to march up. And they've got defensive position up here. We just get cut to pieces. So this area of the map altogether can be ignored, I think. It's going to be a case of getting everybody around the top. And in through what is essentially an open door that they've left. Or is it a case of them expecting us to take that? Leaving a hole in one's defences usually means they've got surprises for you. And not the good type of surprises. Right. Yeah. Just... can I select everybody? If you hold control, you can just click on units. Yeah, kind of like that, but not really. Let's try and keep away from prying eyes if we can. Cannons, let's get you going as well. And we'll change people's trajectory as and when they start moving. We'll use forest out here in the forests, just to screen the main army from any skirmishes that might push themselves ahead. If I was here, I'd have pushed skirmishes into this, into here, maybe into here a little bit. Let's not get too far ahead of everybody. Supplies, let's get you moving as well. Yeah, there we go. Oh wow. Swallow, let's get you into these woods here. Let's get you running. Forest, you hop over this river and clear the way. Swallow's been seen. Wouldn't surprise me if he got... that's too far away if I can. As long as we don't get skirmishes behind us, as long as we don't leave the cannons languishing behind us to get picked off. That's fair enough. Let's just have a little... There we go. A little ride around. Now get yourself away. In fact, let's put our carbines to good use. We can help out Swallow here. We can get in cover, and we can lay rounds into these skirmishers fairly easily. Yeah, we'll have the rate of... Oh, wow, okay. We'll have the rate of fire here. Nope, stay in there. Hold. Hit where you can. Alright, let's cut people across here. Let's not have them blundering. Wow, started to rattle them already. Let's not have them blundering through this river, it'll just slow them down. We don't have that long. To take this objective. Push you up. And Swallow as well. Let's take advantage of the fact that they've just walked out into the middle of nowhere. Didn't see why the other skirmishers went down here. They may end up coming back and hitting us in the rear. Go on the right here. Alright, I'm not getting dragged that far out of position. And let's carry on. Nope. This way. Yep, this way as well. Not got long for this. Let's push the edge of these woods. Then we can spot if these skirmishers come back at us. 85 kills to 0 losses. 88 kills to 0 losses. I'll take those numbers. Yeah, you've revealed nothing. Move forward a little bit further. So this all looks fairly clear up here. Knocking out chickens just yet, we've not got there yet. Yeah, we'll cross here. Keep hearing shots. No, neither of you have lost anyone yet. And we'll get everyone around this corner. I don't know if we're going to be able to take both points. I think it's going to be a struggle to take one of the points. I don't know if this mission time is us getting into position here and setting up that defensive cordon, which would have been well within cannon fire, thanks game. Or whether this is you've got to make an effort to try and bludgeon your way into these 2 points. We're hardly in position yet. Still, I don't want them to run. Don't want them to sprint. Let's try and keep as much condition as I can. We're not under enemy fire. We'll use the sprint command when we're about here, when we start coming under effective enemy fire, when we start to incur the wrath of cannonballs, and then we'll start running where it's going to be of use, where it's going to be effective. Where do we want use out? Don't know. I can't believe the cannons got here before the people. Well done, Campo. Well done. Now let's speed up sound just a little bit. We'll get everyone prepared on this flank. Ready to rock. If we can get away with sneaking down this edge and not setting off the Union, I'll consider that a massive win. Alright, so we're all stacked. Ready to go? Ready to go. Right, use this. Don't let me down. If we go beyond the point where we want to stop, then we'll march in column formation. If you just go like in little leaps and bounds, like just here and then just here and then just here, they'll march abreast of each other. Now I'd like to think that you take more losses when you've got your men strung out like this. When they're in column formation, the French used it. I said this quite a few times in my in the Union playthrough, but the French used to use it quite a lot in Napoleonic times. Advance into combat in columns. And the enemy would be here, and they'd march this way into them. So the front ranks would take the brunt of the damage in the 5 minutes it took. No. Considering the arc of fire, it'd take about a minute and a half to close that distance for effective enemy fire to be of use. So for a minute and a half, or about 3 volleys worth, maybe 4 if you're lucky, the enemy, the British or the Prussian or whoever, would be able to fire into this lot, but then this column would smash into the British line. It'd all descend into melee, and you've got the morale damage that firing into a column that doesn't waver has on the psyche, which must have been terrifying. You've got the enemy at the other end of the field just marching towards you, and you're doing your best to slow him down, but whatever you do isn't good enough, and they just come on. It'd be like the Terminator, I assume. Anyway, on we go. These guys still haven't showed themselves again. Let's push skirmishers out from Swallow. And let's try and uncover where those skirmishers went. I don't know why I've still got forest here. What use is it here? Not much. Not much use. I think I've got him here just because I didn't want Swallow to get swallowed up by skirmishers. We identified at least 3 units of skirmishers. They'd have surrounded Swallow and ended up routing him off. Just routing him away. So let's get Forrest back on his horse. And let's go that way. Let's get in behind them. Take out supply wagons. Take out cannons if we can. Let's push Camber just a little bit further forward. Let's tempt fate. I'm sort of. I'm trying. Good. And this should be our second goal. Turn it up. In about an hour, apparently. Oh, the battlefield has suddenly opened up. Oh, well, this might be interesting because I don't know what was here now. I feel vulnerable to this. We'll get Forest over there. We might be able to take this point. McGee Hill. Look at those majestic columns. Cutting a line straight through the Union. Love it. Alright, Forest. I need eyes on over here. Don't know what's here. We don't know what's opened up. We don't know who's in here. Could be anybody. We've all now been spotted by something somewhere. Go on, keep marching. If they see the enemy, they'll open up and they'll fire, but the people behind will continue to march through. It's a really good way of breaking through defences. If you've got 2 or 3 units like this, all marching one after each other. And again, they can only hit 1 unit at a time. Let's march all the way through this position. Cruiser and a horn. This way. Right. Looks like we've stumbled across what were meant to be the reinforcements for here. Now's the time to run. You're moving, you're moving, you're moving. Eustace, I can see you in there. Do that position there, running. Hanson around the side. Gavin around the side. Gibson. Oh, around the side as well. Running. Wow. Okay, Alan, I need you to try and turn away Hayes as quickly as you can. Let's not have canister fire into our faces just yet. Same with Preston, I'm sure you can get a volley into Hayes as well. Hayes and Hayes. Gibson. When you're firing into them, or are you firing into them as well, and turn away. Come on, let's rout them. Excellent. Gibson, you run into those forests and keep them clear. I want Gavin in this gap. I want to run in into that gap. And who haven't we mentioned? Hanson. Hanson, I want you running down here. Looks like we've caught them unawares. Let's press this. Let's force. Tailor it back into his reserves, into Bartlett, and try and overwhelm these cannons. Or rout them off the field. We're in no cover here whatsoever. You take out Franklin? Okay, Newton has continued running. Don't think he's going to be a threat. We should be able to wrap up Taylor. Right. You switch fire. You switch fire. Good. Continue moving. We've got them on the run. Let's keep them on the run. Let's get you off your horses. Give someone you through these woods. Give these skirmishers something to think about. And keep the press. Do not let them have a moment to get their poop together. Otherwise they'll reorganize, they'll have cannons behind them, we'll be headlong into canister fire. It will not be a good look for us. Right then, switch fire. You round into the back of Bartlett whilst he's disorganized. Gibson, you continue to run. Hanson, once you finish that volley, I need you to keep running. Gavin, you go through the gap. Alan, you further forward. Looks like Eustace has been forced out because there's not enough space. We'll make sure we don't get poked in the rear. Come on, keep going, keep going, keep going. Go on, route Hexamer before he gets canister away into Alan, please. Done, good. Gibson, I want you sweeping around there. Bring Hanson through this forest. Hopefully. Yeah, Gavin's just brought his rifles up to bear against Hexamer, so he should be able to rout him fairly quickly. You carry on. Round on the skirmishers, who have just popped out of nowhere. Well, let's continue. Rounds into Hayes. Continue, continue. Hexamer. Let's give them the good news. And we'll push Eustace into this forest, sort of. Come on, keep going. Those were those skirmishers, weren't they? That were over here. Supplies are about to be captured, but I think this was worth it. I don't want to bring my cannons in here in case we needed to turn around and head back out. Left them in a vulnerable position, didn't leave anyone there to support them. We'll send Forrest back up there. We'll try to get rid of these cannons once and for all. Rear flanked, that's not good. We're out in the open, they're not. You're in this gap. Come on. Keep going. So we started to force them out into marsh. Let's get on the observation point. Let's also get into these woods. Let's get off our horses. And we can hold up in these woods fairly effectively. Gibson, let's put you back on the point. We'll split skirmishers off from Hanson. They can take the supplies. You into skirmishers, you into skirmishers. Don't know how this has descended in. No, because Franklin pulled back. Alright, let's make sure that we win this by having a 2-into-1 along with Alan getting his hands dirty. I'll have you charge as well. Oh, wow. Use this, you turn around so you don't get flanked. Try to keep them out of the cover. You keep Newton busy. No. I need you in this cover. Cannons are routed, but oh well. You turn off your firing. And that should be enough. Allen and Hanson should be able to occupy this ridge. Bring Gavin back out, bring Gibson back out. Preston as well. Yeah, Preston as well. Maybe not. Good. Let's put you on that point there. Let's see how these guys are getting on. I should have held them. Should have held them in the falls. Get away. It looks like this is going to descend into melee as well. So we'll have Preston prepped and ready. You're flanked. So let's turn you ever so slightly so that you're not. Get Hanson. Yeah. Take out Franklin. Come on. We'll try to find these skirmishers again. This didn't descend into the melee that I thought it was going to be, which is good. Looks like we've taken out the general. Let's push you up into these woods. Have you reattach. We'll have you fall back just to the point where you're in better cover. And then spin you around just to face. Hanson, I want you in this position right here. And we'll push into the back of this point. Preston, looks like we can push you up as well. No. Don't allow Bartlett to get flanks into Hayes, if you don't mind. Here's the skirmishers. Right. You change focus. You change. So we're getting a 2 to 1. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yep. I think we need all these people down here. Hanson, let's move you up. Also, Uber reinforcements have arrived. You go back to your unit. We know where those skirmishers went. When they took our cannons. The bastards. Turn around, fire at them. Let's get these guys moving. Just infantry when you run it. Surprised that we haven't been hit in this flank by somebody. Alright, we need to try to take out Porter. You push slightly ahead of the line. Alright. Probably about the time that we push against the back of this unit. Against the back of this position even. We've got skirmishers in behind us. We already know that. Let's try and squish these skirmishers between Hanson. No, Hanson, I'm going to need you back here. Skirmishers, you carry on. Right, they're gone. Let's get you on your horse. We'll put the skirmishers on the point and we'll hold them there. We'll have the horse sweep through these forests looking for the skirmishers that got away. In the meantime, we've got reinforcements ready to help us sweep this line up. I think we just got rid of the reinforcements that were meant to be reinforcing behind this line, so I think we're not gonna... I don't think that we're gonna meet much resistance over here. But I've been wrong before. There we go. About face. When you into those woods. You into this kind of sort of cover. Preston's just going to be out in the middle of nowhere here, but if we can get rounds into Whedon, that would be nice. Hayes will pull you over here. Hopefully illuminate this area. I don't think we're going to need Alan here. In fact, let's detach skirmishers just to hold this position. And we'll push Alan into the fight. I need you to hold. Definitely need you to hold. Farnsworth, eh? how we're looking. So skirmishers ended up pretty dead, I think. Forest, let's get you over here. Let's try and steal our supplies back. Sounds like a fairly good idea to me. Yep, you turn and face Buchanan. But now that they're... Oh, we didn't quite rout them. That shell fire, that's not canister. Hopefully Gavin can get them to run away even further. Forest. Let's bring you a little bit closer. Now Brewster, probably your time to strike. Along with Horn. And we'll even push Swallow up. If they're getting pushed out the other side of their own defences, then we can exert some pressure from this side. Right, let's get you down here as well. Looks like those horses had a really bad day. By the time you go over here, the line will have altered. So we'll put you just beyond. And these should probably catch up. Or the Lax's reserve. Phelps, I can't see you getting involved in this fight. You just... In an attacking fight, it's quite difficult to use cannon. It's difficult to keep them up. What is going on here? It's difficult to keep them into what? That's the fourth time that I've tried this sentence now. It's difficult to keep them up with the front line. You continue, try to take out Porter if you can. You press forwards. You, I don't know what this is. Let's take advantage of it. They're trying to trudge through this this marsh. They're not getting anywhere. Alan, you back them up. And we will attempt... Come on, Potter. Oh, it's painful. It's painful. Alright, just take out weed. No, you concentrate. Supply surrendered. Excellent. Let's move you in. Let's move you in. Let's get our supply, all the supplies. We've just rescued our own supplies. Excellent. And I don't think these guys are going to be running out of anything soon. No, there doesn't seem to be much of a threat here. We'll just move them behind the lines. We'll get Horn down this edge just to give these guys something else to worry about. Gibson, I need you roll in this edge. Brewster, you're not within range. Let's get you firing on those. Alright, we'll push Eustace into this cover and he can get shots on Taylor. Or Porter for that matter. Nope. Alright, so they did manage to get shots on, but they didn't take him down. Alright, let's continue. Keep pressing. Horn. Horn and Forest. What we're going to do with the cav? We'll bring them into a central area. I'm sure we can use them at some point. Let's turn Whedon away. before he sets himself again. These are out in the open. We should be able to push Alan down as well, get flanking shots into them. Don't like being out in the open. So we'll try press right up close to Newton, try force him out the other side of whatever this is. Come on, keep going. Keep these routing. We'll uncover the cannons and get rounds into them. When are you firing? When are you firing? I want you firing on Griffin. Doesn't look like he's going to stay here for too much longer. Forest. Is there a gap that we can exploit? Not really. And keep pressing. We've got them on the run, there's no point in letting up the pressure. Nope, that one. Oh, sorry about that. No idea what I've got switched back on, but probably an update or something. Right, so we've routed them out of those woods there. Let's get you, and you, and you, and you all firing at Buchanan, who's tried to take up this defensive position again. We should be able to rout them out of there very quickly. Continue to press. We need to get rounds on Weed. Yeah, quite why this is a thing. I don't know why he's trying to get back on this point. It's obviously being compromised. Come on. Let's turn Weed away before he does that. You've stopped. Unacceptable. Right, so Weed has... He's run away, but... Actually no. Let's just turn you around a little bit. Get you into this cover here. We'll push Preston beyond you. I'll have Davis. And Reigns. Fill in the gaps. And these guys are just getting into position now. Just in prep for being used. Right, so let's get you up. I suppose you can roll cannons downhill quite quickly, but we got away fairly quickly there. Come on, let's keep going. Let's not give them time to set themselves. As long as you've got the majority of the people that you come across routing out, being uncontrollable, going backwards, you're only ever going to face one or two units. And as long as you've got a uniformed line and you're rolling forward, you never give them a chance for all of these 4 units to form up to give you any resistance. You're always just fighting 1 or 2. The rest are busy crapping the pants. Okay, you continue. And you. You get on that point. I'm happy with keeping them at arm's length here. You flanks into Griffin. Let's turn to one person that has turned around. And let's get Buttercup out of there. Will you continue? Last thing we need is for a last ditch melee by these lot to retake the point. When this guy's routed, we might press down this hill just to do we? Do we? I ain't got too long left. No, we'll press to a point of cover. We'll try to get you to sweep out Warren. And you. Send you around so you're in better cover. Nope, just spin yourself around there. Oh, excellent. Probably their defenses, but one might assume that I have already broken their defenses. Every single unit of our attacking forces is now present in the battlefield. Before the end of the day, we must push Union south of those ridges, prepare the final assault. I don't think they can see what's going on. Fairly certain that we've done this. And we've pushed them off into the place where I didn't want to go. I think they're meant to defend here, and then I think they gradually fall back and fall back and fall back, so you end up fighting them in these forests. It wouldn't surprise me if that was the plan. As it is, they have no cover. Cover 50%. Cover 50%. Still, they're not going to be able to move around in this area. Not that well, anyway. Alright, you take out Chapman. Looks like he's about to charge as well. What? An hour and 55 minutes we've got to wait doing this. Alright, we've got 2 on 1 here. Fair enough, the shell fire isn't the best thing in the world, but still. Are you moving up? I think Gavin isn't long for this world. Well, not long for this world, but I think with the artillery fire and probably focus from Butterfield and Griffin, it's probably going to turn Gavin away. If we've got Gibson ready to jump in, that'll help. Butterfield is half in and half out of river. Which is going to incur some big losses here. No. Do not spin yourself all the way around. Now we're going down here. Let's press out to the very edge of this cover. So we rob them of it and we use it ourselves. In fact, Brewster, you just there. More troops arrive to press the attack. Okay. I'd like to get rid of these cannons. Preston. We'll use Preston actually. He's got a bit of condition. We can sprint him down the hill. Get a volley on these cannons, get them away. At least get them out of shell range. Push them into ball range. Come on, Preston. Relying on you here. Well, might get another volley here. No one seems to have turned around, and it's really slow going through this marsh. No. Do not be stupid. Oh. Okay. Well. That's the end of Gaines's Mill, apparently. I thought Gaines's Mill was meant to be a really good fight. Well, it was somewhat unorthodox. I will admit that. We did lose our cannons. Recaptured our supplies. A lot of promotions. Rescued some Napoleons. Captured some more. So that unit of Napoleons that we lost, we'll be able to make it back up. Which is splendid. To say that we were the attacking force, that's not too many losses at all. Who took the most? Eustace. Yeah, there was a point where Eustace was taking heavy shell fire and he was stuck between two units. Getting flanked, I think. Kemper, yeah. And who did all the killing? Preston, Eustace, Gavin. Yeah, that's alright. Give them the cold steel. Alright, so we've got AP Hill as a general. 196 prisoners exchanged for 244 additional recruits. 13,000 men. All this money as well. Outstanding. Isn't Gaines's Mill meant to be more than one day? Could have sworn it was meant to be more than one day. Anyway, 2 points. What do we spend them on? Let's get up to, seeing as though we have the men for it. Do we get up to the 2,500? Brigade size? No. Four division per corps. Alright, politics and army organisation. Done. I will just flesh out some of our divisions, in fact. Depends if we need... Are we going to need 2 corps in the next fight? Let's have a little look. Malvern Hill. So straight out of this into Malvern Hill. Is that the way it goes? Maybe this is why I'd got it confused. Maybe this is why I got Gaines Mill confused with a 2-death fight. Defeat the enemy at Shiloh. Defeat the enemy in Gaines Mill. So minus 10% for army. He's not there. And again, their enemy weapons quality has come down. I'm just going to see how many calls I need for this. Alright, so we don't need reserves. But we do need 2 calls. Okay. Well, I will sort these out in the break. Yeah, we entirely lost those cannons. That's a shame. Oh well. We'll get some back. But I've been Luckymarine, as always. You lot have been amazing, and join me next time for Malvern Hill. Until then, do take care.